Good afternoon and welcome everyone to the 505th Command and Control Wing 2020 Second Quarter Virtual Awards. I'm Staff Sergeant Grace Klein and I'll be your narrator. We would like to extend a warm welcome to all commanders, supervisors, friends, and coworkers. We are also grateful to all family members who are able to share in the recognition of today's nominees and winners. Before we get to the quarterly awards, I would like to turn it over to Colonel Dickens and Chief Thompson for opening remarks.
Hello. Colonel Richard Dickens, Commander of the 505th Command and Control Wing, headquartered at Hurlburt Field in Florida. Today, we want to take some time to recognize our quarterly award nominees, as well as a few others that deserve some special recognition. We'd prefer to do this in person, but obviously we're a geographically separated unit, and we're dealing with a changing environment like everyone else. So we're going to do our best to take some time to recognize those virtually. So thanks for joining us today, and congratulations to everybody that's recognized.
Team, congratulations to all our quarterly award nominees. In addition, I'd like to say thank you to the supervisors and commanders for recognizing your personnel. Even though we're all dealing with challenging times at this moment, it's always key to take a step back and recognize our people for what they do on a day-to-day basis. In addition to that, I'd like to say congratulations to all our Master Sergeant Selects. It's an accomplishment that is well-deserved and earned. And we'll look forward to what you do and what you bring to the top three as you step into that top tier. Congratulations again, and I'll be seeing you around.
Today, we are honoring individuals who have been recognized for their superior performance this past quarter, along with highlighting some additional accomplishments of our teammates. These command and control professionals have gone above and beyond their duties. It is through their efforts that the 505th remains the command and control center of excellence that strategic, operational, and tactical airmen turn to for combat readiness. And now, let's recognize some outstanding accomplishments of our teammates. The 2019 Air Combat Command Field Grade Officer Space Operator of the Year is, from the 705th Combat Training Squadron, Operating Location Alpha, Major John Quach. And the Air Combat Command Financial Management Quarterly Award winner for Civilian Category 2, from the 505th Command and Control Wing Financial Management, Ms. Karen Fierick. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 Lieutenant Colonel promotee is, from the 505th Communications Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Veronica Williams. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 major promotees are, from the 805th Combat Training Squadron, Major Albert Burnett and Major Brian Smith. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 2, Major Caitlin Kavgazoff. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Major Isaiah Warnke. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 captain promotees are, from the 505th Training Squadron, Captain Rachel Ziegler. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Captain Clayton Logan, Captain Jacob Perry, and Captain Trevor Vogelhuber. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Captain Crystal Greaves. From the 705th Combat Training Squadron, Captain Lena McCroskey. And from the 805th Combat Training Squadron, Captain Aaron Glenn and Captain Courtney Gunning. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 First Lieutenant promotee is, from the 505th Communications Squadron, First Lieutenant Paul Love. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 Master Sergeant promotees are, from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Master Sergeant Andreon Downs. From the 505th Command and Control Wing, Master Sergeant Christy Kirsch. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Master Sergeant Kyle Leisure. And from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 2, Master Sergeant Joshua Nickel. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 Technical Sergeant promotees are, from the 805th Combat Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Donaya Ashoka Jr. And from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Technical Sergeant Paul Para. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 Staff Sergeant promotees are, from the 705th Combat Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Alex Bennett, and from the 805th Combat Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Cole Peabody. The 505th Command and Control Wing's newest 2020 Senior Airman promotee is, from the 805th Combat Training Squadron, Senior Airman Isaiah Matthews. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, our second quarter awards. The nominees for Airman of the Quarter are, from the 505th Test and Training Group, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 2, Airman First Class Giselle M. Kreiner. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 505th Communications Squadron, Senior Airman David J. Butler. And your Airman of the Quarter is, from the 505th Communications Squadron, Senior Airman David J. Butler. Senior Airman Butler served as the lead technician for the 13 Oscar course setup, resolving 50 critical issues, enabling simulated joint all-domain command and control training for 27 officers. Additionally, as a Linux operating system specialist, he applied 270 compliance updates to 36 track simulation servers, ensuring the integrity of a $5.5 million network enclave. The nominees for Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter are, from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Wing Staff, Technical Sergeant Carla M. Thornton. From the 505th Test and Training Group, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 1, Technical Sergeant Jonathan P. Santana. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 505th Combat Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Raphael D. Jennings. And your Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter is, from the 505th Combat Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Raphael D. Jennings. Staff Sergeant Jennings is the Geospatial Intelligence Operations Analyst for the 505th Combat Training Squadron. During this period, he maintained the Deployed Location Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance database tracking 3.4 thousand sorties and 18.5 thousand flight hours. Additionally, he led a 5-member COVID response team, volunteering 45 hours enforcing guidelines and reducing exposure for 9,000 Army Support Group Kuwait joint members. The nominees for Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter are, from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Wing Staff, Master Sergeant Andrea Bowman. From the 505th Test and Training Group, 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Master Sergeant Andreon J. Downs. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 505th Combat Training Squadron, Master Sergeant Ruby A. Underwood. And your Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter is, from the 505th Combat Training Squadron, Master Sergeant Ruby A. Underwood. Master Sergeant Underwood is the Superintendent for the 505th Combat Training Squadron. During this time, she guided a 131-member unit during the COVID operations telework schedule, tackling individual concerns. Additionally, she single-handedly organized the Wing's first ever farewell parade for the Wing Vice Commander and Command Chief, honoring 55 years of service. The nominees for Company Grade Officer of the Quarter are, from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Detachment 1, Captain Jeffrey W. Schmidt. From the 505th Test and Training Group, 505th Training Squadron, Captain Kelly M. Santos. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 505th Communications Squadron, First Lieutenant Brady A. Tekin. And your Company Grade Officer of the Quarter is, from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Detachment 1, Captain Jeffrey W. Schmidt. During this period, Captain Schmidt served as an Air Liaison Officer to Headquarters, Combined Joint Task Force Operation Inherent Resolve, where his expertise was vital in the integration of air capabilities within multi-domain battle and key to the selection as an outstanding performer by the Commander of Air Force Central Command. Captain Schmidt directed 22 operational planning teams and authored an operational approach to counter violent extremist organizations in the region. The nominees for Field Grade Officer of the Quarter are, from the 505th Test and Training Group, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Major Anthony N. Rodriguez. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 505th Combat Training Squadron, Major Travis N. Hartley. And your Field Grade Officer of the Quarter is, from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Major Anthony N. Rodriguez. Major Rodriguez distinguished himself by leading the first ever machine-to-machine integration event, leading 20 airmen and realizing the Chief of Staff's Joint All-Domain Operations Initiative. Additionally, he expanded the unit's operational testing events 150% by fusing the Joint Staff's experimentation mission with the squadron test plans. The nominees for Civilian Category 1 Professional of the Quarter are, from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Wing Staff, Ms. Donita L. Nance. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 505th Communication Squadron, Mr. Lucian Fegan. And your Civilian Category 1 Professional of the Quarter is, from the 505th Communication Squadron, Mr. Lucian Fegan. Mr. Fegan managed warehouse operations for the Wing's Hurlburt Field campus. He coordinated and processed 220 logistics transitions and meticulously inventoried 168 pallets of equipment for 18 equipment accounts. Additionally, Mr. Fegan oversaw completion of a $180,000 warehouse renovation project by coordinating the installation of equipment racks, workbenches, pallet build-up machines, and ensured the new space is move-in ready. The nominee and winner for Civilian Category 2 Professional of the Quarter is, from the 505th Test and Training Group, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Mr. Rene Carl B. Denong. Mr. Denong serves as the Information Security System Officer for Detachment 3, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron. During this time, he fortified Common Mission Control Center operational test and evaluation standards unification by creating 4 accounts and enabling 7 organizations to merge 3,000 requirements for Air Combat Command's First Capabilities and Limitations Report. Additionally, he led Neptune Eagle preparation and execution by creating 10 Special Access Program and collateral accounts for 3 organizations, bolstering the United States Air Force Warfare Center's top priority exercise. The nominees for Civilian Category 3 Professional of the Quarter are, from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Wing Staff, Ms. Karen Y. Fierick. From the 505th Command and Control Wing, Detachment 1, Mr. Craig T. Scott. From the 505th Test and Training Group, 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Mr. Bradley J. Brooks. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 505th Combat Training Squadron, Mr. Matthew A. Boyd. And your Civilian Category 3 Professional of the Quarter is, from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Mr. Bradley J. Brooks. During this period, Mr. Brooks led the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron Mode 5 development team and was a key member in its test and evaluation phase. His hard work resulted in the FPS-117 fleet being the first U.S. and Canadian radar system certified for Mode 5 use. Furthermore, he directed 8 remote radar evaluations, which enabled the intercept of 14 Russian aircraft within the United States Air Defense Identification Zone. The nominees for Team of the Quarter are, from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Wing Staff, the Wing COVID-19 Response Team. From the 505th Test and Training Group, 705th Training Squadron, the Operational Warfare Team. And from the 505th Combat Training Group, 705th Combat Training Squadron, the Distributed Mission Operations Center Space Exercise Operations Team. And your team of the quarter is from the 505th Command and Control Wing, Wing Staff, the Wing COVID-19 Response Team. During this period, the Wing COVID-19 Response Team coordinated with Air Combat Command, the United States Air Force, and the Department of Defense for daily updates and ensured the commander maintain essential communication with 14 geographically separated units. The team was also responsible for daily situation reports to Air Combat Command and the 1st Special Operations Wing, which aided in quantifying the impact of the virus on the Department of Defense and the United States Air Force. Finally, the team developed a process that was lauded by the commander of Air Combat Command, in which they created, distributed, and briefed a weekly slide deck that included risk management tools, impacts to personnel in the mission, and the commander's guidance for wing personnel. For our final category, the nominees for the Innovative Member or Team of the Quarter are from the 505th Test and Training Group, 705th Training Squadron, the Advanced Academics Virtual Learning Team, and from the 505th Combat Training Group, 805th Combat Training Squadron, Mr. Frank T. Scafidi. And your Innovative Member or Team of the Quarter is from the 705th Training Squadron, the Advanced Academics Virtual Learning Team. The Advanced Academics Virtual Learning Team distinguished itself as the 705th Training Squadron Innovative Team of the Quarter from 1 April 2020 to 30 June 2020. The team powered mission essential training through a global pandemic, graduating 68 active duty and guard personnel for 5 component headquarters. Courseware was distilled down from 38 to 18 hours per course, all the while still meeting academic learning objectives. And despite being the first offerings of their kind, the courses were rated outstanding or excellent by 90% of attendees. Congratulations to all of our second quarter award nominees and winners. Now, some final remarks from Chief Thompson and Colonel Dickens.
Team, congratulations to all of our quarterly award winners. Truly an accomplishment well deserved. I'd like to take a quick moment just to touch on our mental readiness and resiliency. As wingmen, it's always key to check in on our personnel on a regular basis just to make sure we're all doing our best. In addition, to utilize all the resources that are available to you and supervisors and leadership that can provide for you. I'm always here and ready to support you in any way that I can, and I'll be seeing you around.
Hey, I want to say congratulations to our quarterly award winners and those we recognized here today. And speaking of recognizing airmen, I want to say thanks to our departed Vice and Command Chief. Colonel Koenigsfeld, Chief Duplessis have had an amazing impact across the wing, as well as the lives of our airmen. And so, although we're sad to see them go, we're happy to have our new Vice, Colonel Weinbrecht, and our new Command Chief, Chief C.T. Thompson, with us. And I know they're going to be a fantastic addition to our team. So thanks for what you're doing to get after the mission, despite the challenging environment. Thanks.
Team, congratulations to all the quarterly award nominees, but most importantly, the winners. Great job from all the commanders and supervisors for recognizing their best airmen. As your outgoing command chief, it was an honor and a privilege to be your teammate for the last 3 years. Thanks for serving our great nation. Dupe out.